Hello and welcome back to another episode of From the Book Nook. I'm Crystal.
And I'm Mark. Thanks for joining us, book lovers. Today we're diving into an inspiring and empowering read by the one and only Keke Palmer, Master of Me, The Secret to Controlling Your Narrative.
Mark, I don't know about you, but I've always admired Keke Palmer. She's not just a talented actress, singer, and media powerhouse. She's also incredibly down-to-earth and wise beyond her years.
Oh, absolutely. Keke is one of those people who's been in the spotlight for decades but manages to keep it real. And that's what makes this book so special. She's opening up about how to take control of your own story, no matter what life throws at you.
Exactly, so let's set the stage. Master of Me isn't just a memoir. It's part personal reflection, part self-help guide. Keke shares her own struggles with confidence, boundaries, career decisions, and even dealing with public perception. And she uses those lessons to empower readers to master their own lives.
And she does it all with such an authentic voice. It feels like you're sitting down with a friend who's hyping you up while also dropping some serious truth bombs. She even says early on that her goal is to help you reclaim your own narrative, because if you don't define who you are, someone else will.
That's such a powerful message. Let's talk about some of the big themes, Mark. One thing that stood out to me was her emphasis on boundaries. Keke talks about how she learned the importance of setting limits, whether it's in relationships, friendships, or even work, and not feeling guilty about it.
Oh, I love that section. Keke shares how saying no is actually an act of self-love, and I think that's a lesson so many of us need. She reminds us that you can't pour from an empty cup. She talks about this idea of not letting other people write your story or decide who you are.
Yes, and she really ties this into the theme of identity. Keke's been in the public eye since she was a kid, and everyone seemed to have an opinion about who she should be, whether it was as a child star, a black woman, or even just as a role model. But she talks about learning to quiet the noise and figure out, who is Keke Palmer? Who do I want to be?
And that's so relatable, right? Even if you're not famous, we all face those pressures, whether it's from social media, family expectations, or societal norms. Keke's message is clear. You are the author of your story. Own it, edit it, rewrite it if you have to. She says, the pen is in your hand.
I love that. It's such a call to action. Another theme I really enjoyed was confidence. Keke is such a force of nature, but she opens up about her own insecurities and struggles. It's refreshing to hear someone so accomplished admit they've had doubts, and then show us how they've learned to overcome them.
Oh, for sure, she has this great analogy where she talks about confidence being like a muscle. You don't just wake up one day feeling invincible. You build it over time by taking small risks, showing up for yourself, and proving that you're capable. It's about keeping those promises you make to yourself.
Yes, that was one of my favorite parts, and I think readers will also appreciate how Keke balances her advice with humor. I mean, she's hilarious. One moment you're nodding along, soaking in wisdom, and the next, you're laughing at one of her classic Keke-isms.
She's so funny, and that's what makes this book stand out. Keke's voice feels so genuine and full of personality. You can tell this is 100% her, whether she's talking about childhood experiences, navigating Hollywood, or handling personal growth. It never feels preachy. It's like having your cool, wise best friend talking you through life.
Totally. So, for anyone wondering, is this book for me? I'd say this. If you're someone who's feeling stuck, doubting yourself, or struggling with how others perceive you, Master of Me is for you. Keke Palmer reminds us that we are more powerful than we think.
Exactly. And what I really appreciated is that this book isn't about perfection. Keke's not saying you need to have it all figured out. She's saying you have the right to take ownership of your journey, flaws and all. It's about progress, not perfection.
So well said, Mark. Before we wrap up, let's share a couple of our favorite quotes. One that really stuck with me was when Keke says, "No one can tell me who I am because I've already told myself." That gave me chills.
Oh, that's a good one. Mine would have to be, Stop living in someone else's expectations and start living in your truth. It's such a reminder to stop playing small just to keep other people comfortable.
Oh, so good. Keke Palmer really knocked it out of the park with this one. It's empowering, honest, and so relatable.
Couldn't agree more. If you're looking for a book that will help you reclaim your confidence, set boundaries, and take charge of your narrative, pick up Master of Me. You won't regret it.
And hey, let us know what you think. If you've read the book, drop us a comment which parts inspired you the most. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode, and join us next week for another great read.
Thanks for tuning in to From the Book Nook. Until next time,
Happy reading.
reading.